about 6 months without buying golf balls this year because of Skinny Bob. Thank you, Skinny Bob. And they're very expensive, too.
I was just about to say how much you save, but you save something.
I mean, honestly, you get Pro V1s. They're like $4 or $5 a ball.
Come on.
It's like $12, $14 for 3 balls. Uh-huh.
I'm showing the YouTube.
There you go.
You ain't said nothing about my haircut.
I didn't know you got one.
I guess I'm fly every day, so.
Yeah, I mean, I remember we got our pictures taken yesterday, and you were disappointed you hadn't gotten a haircut.
I was like a prima donna. Delay it.
Yeah. I could tell you're not real comfortable in front of the camera.
Sal said I did a good job this morning. That's all I had.
Hey, everybody's favorite defensive end, Nick Bosa. He's only got 2.5 sacks the last 10 weeks.
Oh, boy. 2
of those sacks coming when he was completely unblocked and an assignment was missed. So, Nick, how come you've stunk this year?
I think a little bit. I think I'm trying to work on stuff on the run this year that I wasn't able to do in camp. So those games that I mentioned, the 2, I think I was thinking too much because I was trying to add something to my rush plan, which is not what I want to be doing during season. I want to be locked in on what I do best and just doing it throughout the whole year. But there's no excuse at this point for that.
I end it like that. No excuse. He knows what he knows. There's guys like you out here going back to last year. Guys like me saying, you know what? Bosa didn't get a sack in the offs. But Steiny, they need it Sunday, man. They need him. They need this D-line. This is the staple of who you are. Huh? You got paid. Somebody said, why he not get to the quarterback? I think it was Shasky. I told him, his pocket's too heavy with all that money.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
It's like they said about Bob Costas. He's 5'8", but he's 6'2" when he stands on his wallet.
That's an 8.
Steiny makes comment about Guru not being comfortable, and Steiny twitches on camera, no doubt. Yeah. I tease Guru about that because there's nobody who was worse on camera than I was.
I tried to find that footage, man. I YouTubed it. Evan wasn't even you weren't even. Was Evan or born? Evan, you weren't around.
I was in middle school when Steiny was.
Well, no, that counts. Your hair had to be great.
It was a halftime.
I was like, who the hell's this guy?
It was a halftime in Denver where I was doing something and they had to take the camera off me.
Why?
Because I'd forgotten what I was going to say. I was sweating profusely.
You should have smoked a J hours before.
That makes me forgetful.
Well, me too.
By the way, what are we talking about?
You and the camera. I will say this before we get back to it. It's Payday Friday, Steiny.
Yeah.
The old boss or our current boss had audio. This is incredible, Evan, of you at a round table. You were with Barnett. I forget who else. It wasn't Sports Channel, NBC, before it was NBC Sports Bay Area, and your East Coast twang, hearing you talk about, Evan, the Warriors and what they had. It was incredible. You don't sound anything because you Cali raised now, but Steiny, you sounded like you was from the East for real. That's my partner when he was young. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't.
I got it. Oh, my God.
I was with Barnett?
Yeah, you guys were at a round table, and you were breaking down I want to say when Joe Smith got drafted. It was around that time, and your draw was Eastern Coast. I was like, wow, he sounds nothing like
the Jurassic era.
What boy?
You want to take Adam in San Jose, or you want to keep belittling me?
Let's take Adam.
Yeah, let's do that. Adam in San Jose. What's up, Adam?
What up, fellas? Good morning.
Talk to us.
Hey, so concussions, like every other injury, has levels to its severity, right? So for Brock to finish that game on Monday and not get taken out by the guys upstairs watching for injuries, probably says that the concussion isn't too serious, although all head injuries are serious. But, for them not to notice anything and let him continue playing, for himself not to take himself out the game. And if we play him on Sunday and lose the game, we'll say damn, we should have just rested him. And if we play Darnold and he doesn't play well, then we're going to say we should have just played Purdy if he was healthy.
A lot of truth to that.
I personally would go ahead and rest him just because if he gets hurt again, then we're just opening up a whole other can of worms. You see what happened to Tua in Miami last year after he suffered 2 concussions back-to-back. The league started a whole investigation on the Miami Dolphins and whatnot. So I would just play it safe and rest them. And if we go, 5-3, then we'll just get better after the bye week.
Thanks for the call.
Beautiful.
Appreciate it, Adam.
Like, why even open up the other can of worms for him to get just another a hit in the head, and then he's out? You know what I mean, Steiny? That's like,
I actually don't. Like, and maybe we need Panja on here or Panja on here.
Yeah, he's the man.
Because if you're cleared,
see, that's our issue. Go ahead, finish.
well,
I'm with you.
If you're cleared today, what? 2 weeks from now you'll be more cleared? I don't get. You're either cleared or you're not.
Okay, call me the dumb doctor for this real quick if I can jump in.
Yeah.
If he's not going to go get hit and nobody's going to tackle him in full pads, to me, I'm the dumb doctor, Steiny. That's the real test.
But why doesn't
not waving the finger or whatever? Let me see your pupils.
In 2 weeks? He's still got to go step
maybe
on a
blood to the brain, all that stuff that takes.
He wouldn't have passed the test if he.
See, and that's what I'm shooting holes in is the test.
Well,
if the test ain't seeing how I respond getting hit, then you ain't really tested me, and then we might have a.
When do you come back from a concussion?
Oh, see that when the guy says I'm good. I'm not seeing what you and Shasky
When the guy says you're good, the player?
No, when you talked about your peripheral, you couldn't see anything.
Right.
Or you're not feeling groggy.
Right. You have to.
I would love to know what the test is. Maybe that's what I need to know.
It's all
on the player.
No, it's all on the doctor. Like they're not going to. I don't. It would be like him.
It's like the boxers telling the ref when they're getting their ass kicked, I'm good. Well, you're really not good. You passed the test to go get more damage.
Listen, you're not a doctor. I'm not a doctor. If somebody tells me that you get cleared from concussion protocol,
all right,
but there's still more of a danger if you go play football the next day as opposed to a week from then. Okay, well then I think the rest component for a week is valid. I don't know. That's
all right.
I don't know. Like
I would love to know what
I have
consists
no idea.
of the test, what that test consists of. But I hear you.
Steiny, time is best. Cleared to play is baseline. Okay. The longer he's out, the better.
For the brain.
Really? Okay.
Long term. Not I know how to get home, I forget. Not that stuff, Steiny. I'm looking at it long term.
I mean, okay.
Because these concussions are brain injuries.
Okay, what if they didn't have a bye next week?
I know you think
would we play him next week? No. Would we play him next week?
I personally would feel better knowing we gave our players 7 days off
Okay, so you would play him next week if they had a game.
No doubt about it. If he told me he was good.
And I just don't understand.
I can't run you back out there.
I don't understand the monumental difference when a guy is cleared playing the next day or playing 7 days.
Okay, how about we do this? The caller brought up the Tua situation. He passed all those tests, Steiny, and they caught hell for it. Okay. Well, what type of test did you give him? When did you give it to him? So, this is very delicate is all. It's the brain. And I'm with you on, okay, when is it a go? But when do you want to look at this when he steps back out there like, you know what, we kept him out a week.
Okay, well, a week's a magic number. It's a magic number a week. Like, that's the part I don't get. I mean, if a guy's cleared to play, why would you not play him? Unless you acknowledge he's cleared protocol. Then say that. He's cleared protocol, but we're going to give him an extra week or two.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Man.
Fine.
And I thought when Willard broke the news, and then Adam Schefter came in saying he's most likely not going to play, I was like, nothing to see here. And then now he's practicing, his prerogative. I'm like, Steiny, you telling me we're going to sit down 1:25 or 8 in the morning when we get all the news of who's in and out, and he passed the test? Wow, that would be a 180 for me.
And here's Uncle Loon. Concussion's like a brain bruise. More time off makes sense. It gets better. Okay, I get that, Uncle Looney. But doesn't the brain bruise have to heal before you pass concussion protocol?
Not necessarily. I think it's just if you're showing symptoms of a concussion, that is basically how you clear it. But to Uncle Looney's point, and from what Doc Pondia was saying earlier in the week, the great Doc Pondia, basically you're just more susceptible to getting another concussion the closer you are to the previous one. Like the brain swelling hasn't gone down enough, or it could go down more.
You can pass a concussion protocol test with the brain abnormally enlarged from a previous concussion.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you're concussed, it's going to take a certain amount of time to heal completely, but you
Symptoms
can still pass.
Might be gone.
Yeah, you can still pass the test.
Okay. Good stuff. Look at us. Look at Evan. Got a future.
That's why they wear helmets.
Dr. Giddings.
I mean, I don't. Then
I can see Evan a doctor.
Okay. Then honestly, what's the sense of the test?
That's what we're saying, Steiny. That's what I'm saying.
Don't even give him a test. Just don't play him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, that was the boss in the background.
Speaking of which, his wife had a great Halloween outfit. She was Taylor Swift. That is just remember I hate Halloween, but when you do it at work, it's
a Halloween outfit. It was her normal jacket.
She had a Kelsey jersey on. She told me, "Hey, Goo, I'm Taylor Swift." And she had her microphone. Don't make it more. You are something else. It was her regular out. She had a KC 87 jersey on. She said something about Kelsey. I can't tell the boss.
What?
Dude, all the women like him.
Who?
Kelsey.
All right. Kyle in San Mateo. What's up, Kyle? How you doing?
Hey, so I just want to touch bases on the concussion stuff. So I've had multiple concussions, and they'll even if you go to the hospital, there's no real test. Actually, I was told that the NFL, it kind of went off of what they do. Kind of like if you feel good one day, and then if you feel bad the next, then you take the time off. You just stop being active, and my concussion went on for 3.5 months.
Oh, so, man.
One day could be good. The next day could be real bad, and you just got to take it lightly. That's kind of all you can do.
How did you sustain yours, if you don't mind me asking?
I got hit in the head when I was riding my motorcycle. A car kind of hit me from the side, and it wasn't a huge impact. It was just good enough to just kind of, rattle my brain.
Oh, man. Glad you're all right, buddy.
Appreciate the call, Kyle. Appreciate the call.
Man.
I mean, and while I appreciate the help in answering a question, if he's telling us he could pass concussion protocol, but he still had symptoms for 3 months, well, I mean, then how do you decide when Purdy should play?
I mean, it sounds like if he passed the test, he is going to play. I guess the question just is
it the right thing?
Yeah, is it best long term for Brock Purdy? The answer is probably no, but then again, that's the game of football.
No doubt, Evan.
If you're telling me that by resting him 2 weeks, it will significantly improve the chances that he doesn't get a concussion the next time he plays, just that one time, right? Well, then I would rest him. But I didn't understand that's the way it goes. You know what I mean?
Well, it's kind of like the McCaffrey thing, right? It's like, he could get his bell rung first play of the game against Cincinnati or in 3 weeks against Jacksonville. Either way, and I think to your point, Steiny, that's probably why he would play, is because the risk of getting a concussion is something you just simply have to accept when you play in the NFL.
No, that I get. I'm just wondering if Brock Purdy, why? Hey, if Brock Purdy has a bigger chance of getting a concussion Sunday rather than 2 weeks from Sunday, because something in his head heals better, Well, then, yeah, I would.
And that's how I feel like we're looking at it. But Steiny, you're right. These are what are they? Evan just said it. These are barbarians. These dudes are risking a lot. We know it. So that's why I was saying to you, it's bigger than just a concussion test or passing it. It's just, you know what?
Well,
Steve Young, Jimbo said this on YouTube. Steve Young still having concussion systems.
Let's put the rat on
years after football.
Let's put the rat on the table.
Okay. Brought to you by
Thank
Atco.
you.
Yes,
it's your account.
I'm looking at Taylor Swift. Go ahead.
If Brock Purdy, here's a question for 49er fans. Forget about what you would do. If Brock Purdy is cleared, is Kyle Shanahan going to play him? If Brock Purdy's cleared today or tomorrow, will Kyle Shanahan play him?
I have my answer.
Give it to me.
A double hell yeah.
Okay, why?
He's a renegade.
Why?
He ain't into all that. He's about who's available. Like, what's that, Laverne and Shirley? Where'd they work? At the assembly line. That's what these guys are. It's just, they're ready, go play. I ain't worried about tomorrow. I got to be honest, Donnie. I don't know Kyle. I like him. I like that he likes rap and Lil Wayne. I don't like that. I don't like that Mayoko asked him about McCaffrey, 400 touches. I ain't looking at that. Like, wow. It's just, can you play and help the team win?
408, play the backup truck for Steiny. Go ahead if you want to.
No, you got more information.
Yeah, I'll play
Uncle
it.
Looney sold you, though.
Play it.